Hello YouTube fans, here again. And I figure why not this one? Why not this one? What sums up what I think of the fucking government? Where we're still allowed to have freedom of speech, why not come out with this one? Loads of history, loads of reasons why I fucking hate the government. Why hate the government? So why not? Why not? Let's go into a Rotor Lotus. I'm talking about Back to the Future later. Let's talk about going into a Rotor Lotus and going back into the era of the one that has to be the worstest, the most worstest, the most 80s, Prime Minister of all, the Iron Lady, Maggie Thatcher. Surprise, surprise, who's that? The tourists, the certitude, the reason why we all wanted them to get the boot. Let's go back into the golden 1979 when Margaret Thatcher got voted in. And she lasted right through the 80s to the early 90s into eventually she went bye bye. Now, yeah, I know. It's one to speak ill of the dead. It's one to speak ill of the dead. But fuck it, I'm going to. Why not? So Margaret Thatcher got in. And the first thing she did was put your taxes up, your bills up. And then they had what they call the miners' strike. This was when we had the word right, eventually. The Masons, I meant to say. When we had the Masons, there was for our rights, there was for workers' rights. If you got mistreated, you were doing more work than what you should, you wasn't getting enough breaks, you was getting mistreated. Your Masons were like Superman of workforce, but they got a bit too big, got a bit big for the boots. That's fair enough. But man, then we had the miners' strike. Margaret Thatcher would not budge. She would not budge. The electric was turned off at a certain time. She would not fucking budge whatsoever. That's why she got nicknamed the Iron Lady. But she was one what was for keeping the Miggle man. That's me. That's anyone else. As well as the Miggle woman. She was one of them to keeping them down the level. Don't we fucking know it? When the tourists got in, there was more for giving money to the rich and undeserving. I love saying that line. The rich and undeserving. And it's still today. And they went into press videos. Remember the golden days of horror movies? I remember talking about the golden days of the video nasties. The tourists wanted you to press that. Danny Labour wanted to do the same. But the tourists really had a field day. We had this old rat bag called fucking Mary Whitehouse, which I call Mary Shitehouse. Believe me, I'd had a love letter on her, it would not be a dud one. And because she was lovely duffy with Margaret Thatcher, that got our joy of fun got suppressed. Um, and then we got to the early 90s, we refused to pay our poll tax because it was going I, and they was doing fuck all. So because of that, she brought the law in that if you don't, you go to prison or you get a bid if you fined. This is the wonderful work Margaret Thatcher did. She funded arms and armory to fucking arms. I know the students do it today. Half the money she wasted on shit we weren't fucking needed. We never wanted. Believe me, there's loads I can say about Margaret Thatcher, but I could be there all day. Then we get after Margaret Thatcher, we get fucking how can I forget his fucking name? It'll come to me, but someone else out of tourists who talked and talked and talked the talk and did fuck all. Did fuck all in the early 90s to the mid 90s. He went bye bye. Then we got Tony Blair. Tony Blair was a sample of everything I hate about Labour. There was a time when Labour used to be for the working man, so I'm not urbanistic, the working woman. Not anymore. First thing he did was he taxed and taxed. He said he was going to help the stews out. He did not. He lowered people's benefits. He hired up your fucking tax. He lowered pensions. And he sent our troops to war, what wasn't fucking needed. He fucked up the peace force. And you wonder why I don't like fucking Labour. It used to be for the working man. Not anymore. Not anymore. Then we get two idiots. How could we get them? But because they're forgetful. Made speeches and then they tried to do away with, remember right there. Can't think of it. How can I forget it? Just bear with me. Basically, they tried to do away with if I can remember it, we all voted out of it, and I forgot what the fuck it is. It'll come to me. But remember when we wanted out of the EU? That's why I'm talking stupid. How could I forget that? How the fuck could I forget that? We wanted out of the EU, and he was always ready to go us out of the EU, get us out of the EU, and suddenly he changed his mind. He changed his mind, and he had to get us to stay with the EU. What made him talk and prove he talked out of his arse. He talked out of his arsehole. That was why he went bye bye. Then we get Boris the Dollis. Well, another tackle of fist there. Now we got us out of the EU. He got us out of the EU. I'll dip in that. But then we had the fires. Now at Anted, I know it was a fires. It was something new, and it was fucking us up. It was killing people and so on. But he was listening to the science, and other countries what did not do the lockdown and now financially better and better organised. He didn't. Now people say, well, he was saving lives. You can see how many rants I've had of Boris the Dollies. He had a party at our expense. I say that again. Had a party at our fucking expense. So what made that to me really, really what the boat. He had a party. We all stayed home, same time man and granddad, and he had a party at our expense that made him a fucking hypocrite. Then we had Suki Suki, who was everything with Margaret Thatcher, talk the talk, and that's all we did. How could I forget that? How could I forget it? Liz Truss, probably because she's forgettable. She made a pretty speech, and that's all she did was make pretty speeches. Didn't do anything. Didn't do nothing. Didn't do diggity dee. Till then time we got Suki Suka. Didn't do diggity dee. His job was to stop dinky divers coming in to our borders. Didn't do bugger all. Don't buy into that shit he did. He did not do nothing. Didn't do fucking diggity dee. Now we've got Labour again with fucking Tish Starman. So far, he's lowered your pensions. That makes me having to work for the rest of my fucking life. It makes me wonder what the fuck I'm working for. He's going to have a big dollop of pension for talking about his ass. He's probably eyeing up your taxes. Well, you've already seen the shit now. People fighting. I know there's other reasons. I already know those reasons. I'm not going to get into those reasons. But there's a lot of shit about that. But already, it's like going back in the 80s when we had people fighting and campaigning and people blowing up buildings to make a statement. It's gone back to the 80s with Labour. Nick Starman, do I think he's going to stay? Probably not. He's now trying to do away with freedom of speech, status with it's to do with terrorism and hate online. But how do you know, people, he's not going to try and suppress that? How do you know he's not going to stick his own in and suppress me talking now, speaking my mind, freedom of speech? It's our constitutional right. We have a right to speak our mind. As long as I'm not now on YouTube telling someone to go and kill someone and go and rape someone and murder someone, as long as I'm not doing that, I've got the right to speak my mind. None of this is me telling somebody to go and kill someone, beats in hate, go and people go root and go on a murder spree. No, it's not. It's me speaking my mind. Freedom of speech, it's our constitutional right to do that. And if Tish Starman gets his own way, he'd probably do away with that and suppress the country. He's another Tony Blair. I've already said it from day one. Tony Blair too. So, no, I don't like government. They all make pretty speeches, but you've just got to go into your past to see how fucking much they have fucked this country up. And I'm trying to fuck it up more. But into them, be smart, be safe, fuck the government.